Welcome back. We are here to cover the karmic third party's energy. And as you read the title, this is actually, I shouldn't be surprised. I should not be surprised at all. From time to time, we do get maybe a channeled message, and it can be to do with a certain pocket group of karmic energies. On this occasion, it is a karmic individual that A, is either already separate, or B, is about to have their tower moment, but they're utilizing the same mechanisms to enchant, woo, or manipulate a circumstance back. They're having to face their shadow. Regardless, if this individual is single already or coupled, it makes no difference. They're really having revelations with this crowning energy in the mix to do with Lilith frequency. Now, yes, what is that term they use? With great power comes great responsibility. And so we have the serpent, we have this karmic individual. Lilith does not have to be in the context of a negative thing. It's like being aware of our shadow. Sometimes we are not aware of our shadow and we live completely in the shadow. It can be more the darker attributes of ourselves, or, having the mask on and being the poker face is one way that we could physically view that frequency. This pocket group this week is having to face the consequences of their choices, and this can be to do with, as I said, marriages, contracts, partnerships. It can feel like a tower moment. We definitely can be having over the next 3 months breakups surrounding karmic connections and connections that are not that healthy. We do see this individual looking to the past and having abandonment issues. This is maybe something that is coming back again to resurrect its head. We do have the rebirth in the heart of this. And again, I do feel this can be a time where the individual is requiring to do such and knowing that they're having to liberate themselves out of a pattern, out of a circumstance. But again, with this rebirth, I'm noticing the yellow-orange coming through, and this can be to do with inner child and destructive tendencies. So there is a potential, we will go back and clarify, but there is a potential this person is having a rebirth, and it could be after a tower moment, but it also can be in the heart of it, utilizing tools that they have at their sort of by their own hand, but in a more toxic fashion. Now, we do also have joy in reverse here. This is to do with relationships. So if they're in a current relationship, there is less happiness. There may be intimacy again, but no connection as per se. We also have, as we are proceeding forward, a comprehension that a lot of these things are resurrecting up. This can be a very in-out connection. This also can be a person that had issues in their childhood or in a previous relationship, and it's back at the door again. They're hoping that they were moving away from this, but it feels like it's a return of a circumstance where they're having to address these things. We do have 2 individuals here that need to have a chat, but again, I do feel they are not. And I also feel this person is maybe unable to express their true feelings of how they are feeling, and it could have been after the fact where they do get angry, but I feel it's kind of in reverse. I feel in order for them to get their point across, they may need to be quiet, they may need to be calm. I feel this is a tactical approach. I do feel this person is angry. And again, we do have Goddess of Love. Now, both with the Goddess of Love and both with the Goddess of Love, we also have the intimate liaison off to the top right, and then we have the crowning energy with Lilith. I just get this real vibe that this is a tool that they're using to get their own way. Now, ironically enough, as we do move to the outcome card, we have God of Obstruction. Now, if you haven't listened to, and for some of you, yes, the karmic could be on divine feminine side, go and listen to that read. You may get some circumstances that you're physically seeing there. Otherwise, do go and look at the Divine Masculines read, because there's a huge revelation. And I feel Divine Masculines aspecting in this read also is quite interesting. So we do see whomever the individual is realizing that both parties here in the mix are the obstacle. When you dance with the devil, you know, there's going to be some consequences. I do get that the revelation of personal power, it could be because maybe this person was quite traditional and they were doing things out of a traditional perspective. I do feel the karmic third party isn't doing it for such. The karmic third party could be utilizing that individual's wounds and belief systems to manipulate the circumstance. However, I don't believe this is the karmic's kind of value system that I'm physically seeing through these cards. It's not to say this person's a bad person, but it can be because of their previous experiences. They're showing up. The vibration I'm getting from psychically tuning into them is they're not exhibiting an element of almost like feelings. And I know this sounds quite weird to express, but it's like the empathy factor isn't there. So it's very desensitized. It's not it doesn't exist. It's not registering, because it's a coping mechanism that they're actually using to get what they need. It's so there's no emotional involvement here, really. It's more a codependent style connection. Like they're going to acting school, except their acting is living. It's a means that they are surviving in this modern world at this point in time. I think that's the best way I can directly describe the way this channeled message is being shown to me. We're going to go into clarifying. Very strange individual, but very detached. Yeah, that's the term, detached. Desensitized, detached, lacking empathy and emotion. Again, I will state, I'm not feeling this person genuinely is a bad person. I feel it is some skill that they have learned to survive in this world due to, again, we'll look to the past, previous experiences they've gone through. It was a survival instinct. Okay, what do we need to know about this past? Oh, I also feel some parent issues are coming up for them. Yeah, some old situations. This could be some karmic cycles relating to tribe and family. Could also be very separately an individual message for divine feminine and divine masculine. You might be dealing with the karmic cycle within tribe and family, and this could be affecting you. It could be bringing some crap up for you. You may need to be detached for survival. This could also be advice. Yeah, there's a lot of interferences here. Okay, going back to the karmic energy within a contract. Okay, what is occurring for this individual to have the rebirth, please? I mean, we have gone down the rabbit hole of it. Yeah, things... crap. Okay. They were not going to liberate themselves out of a pattern, out of a habit, and so a tower moment has occurred for this to happen. They were holding on for grim death. Repeating cycles, repeating patterns. Okay, what is this non-joyous situation? Yeah, having to be honest, having to actually transform some of their side of the fence, and so the situation is being removed from their life and really shaken up at this point in time. There also could be some exposures to do with some things that they've done behind the scene, maybe of the past or within this intimate connection. There could be some exposure coming. Yeah, they would be. There is a silence. There is some. Yeah, I definitely do feel there's miscommunication, but they also maybe should have waited. They should have paused. They're also surprised how this other individual is reacting to them. They're sensing something's been hidden. They're trying to keep their cool, but they're sensing something is being hidden from them. They could be using these tactics at this point in time, but it's bringing them undone. It's actually got, like I said, it's doing the polar opposite to what it naturally does. It really is doing the polar opposite. Where maybe before they were like, you know, this would get me what I wanted. I could seduce, I could, you know, be nice, I could, whatever that is. It's doing the polar opposite. I feel this individual has some blockages also in their relationship because the individual they're involved with or were involved with, because for some I don't feel they're together anymore. No, they're still saying that this person is having a revelation. This person's detaching from the karmic third party. They're gaining their confidence. They're gaining their boundaries. They're also feeling quite creative. They're very fertile at this point in time. I do feel the individual who's involved with them. However, I do feel that they're spiritually growing. So they're being selective who they're giving their energy to. And this intimate energy, it's not going to stop the person from moving forward. Okay, this person could be trying to procreate with this, and I feel it's the karmic wanting to procreate with the masculine. But if this is a karmic and a masculine situation, the masculine is facing their energy off into the future, but it's in a separate direction. I feel they're wanting to co-create, have a romance. To them, this situation they're in feels more that it was a phase, a chapter, and a chapter that is ending. If this is a feminine, the same situation applies. It's almost like a feminist dealing with a karmic situation. They're having some closure and healing to do with things, and it is to do with wanting a more stable, structured masculine who is coming in really knowing what they want. Definitely a big change. I definitely do see a potential tower and some shocks and revelations coming. But this karmic almost looks like these patterns are going to bring them undone. And I feel this Lilith energy is exposing them a little bit for who they truly are. We will check into this energy next week. If you want to see the next week's edition, come through and join a YouTube membership. Otherwise, click the bell and subscribe for you to get all the updates.